welcome to my lesson on how to make bows with various types of ribbon. In this lesson today, you are going to learn how to make a bow just like this one. And for a good bow, you have to look at what makes a good bow, and I will tell you how to make a good bow. So in this one, we're using 1.5 ribbon. I've already made it just to show you like what a good bow looks like. So what you're looking for in a really good bow is proportionate sizing with the number of loops. You want them all to be consistent. Like in my loops, they're all pretty much the same exact size. And when you're making the bow, you always want the shiny side of the ribbon to come up, because with most types of ribbon, there's usually a shiny side, and it's a more attractive side, and then there's like a rougher side. And we don't really want that one to be shown, so I'll teach you how to make a bow to make it so this side is always facing up on each loop. What else is important about making a good bow is to hide the mechanics. I didn't do very good with this one. As you can see, the wire there is showing a little bit, but what's really important is when you have a certain type of bow on a certain type of arrangement, you always want the extra wire that you have to be covered with floral tape. So we'll also be using that. And my tool that I'll be using to make this bow is this multi-tool. Most of you don't have this, but those of you that do, I'm going to show you how to use it. So you're going to need, what type of ribbon? I'm going to use the 1.5 ribbon, as most of you guys have, and I'll also do number 3 ribbon, because you guys all have that, so I'll show you how to do that. So you're gonna need that, and in your paddle wire thing, you're gonna like unravel it, and you're gonna take about 6 inches of paddle wire, and I'll show you right now how to use it with this tool. If you open it up a little bit, there's a little notch right here, and what you're gonna do is put the wire in it, and then just cut it how you would regular scissors, and it comes right off. So you'll need about 6 inches of wire. So you'll have that, your ribbon, and then you're gonna need your floral tape. And with this, you're gonna take like about 6 inches as well. And what's important about floral tape is that it'll only work if you stretch it out. And if you put it on right, it has to, in order for it to act as tape, it has to be connected to itself. So that much. So we'll take that, and now we're gonna start doing our ribbon. So when you're first starting with your bow, you're gonna have the shiny side up, and whichever hand is dominant, you're gonna go ahead and take it and put it with your middle finger, index, and your thumb. What you want is to have a little bit of wiggle room. This is gonna be our wing for the ribbon. It just makes it look a little bit more attractive and bigger than it kind of is, and plus it also kind of looks cuter. So we're gonna have maybe about 3 inches of ribbon before we start doing our bows. And with 1.5 ribbon, since it's so like small and thin, we're gonna do multiple loops. And loops, depending on what arrangement, what I'm gonna do right now is do like a, what do you think that is? That's like 1.5 inches for each loop. So you're gonna make a loop and loop it back around between your index and thumb. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna twist it. So now if you're looking at it like this, the dull side is on this side. So then from there, you're gonna take it and loop it back around. Again, a loop about 1.5 inches in length. And then you're gonna connect it with your index finger. So just like that. And then you're gonna keep continuing doing that again. Lift, always have one finger on your bow from your previous loop. So my middle finger is on this loop, but it's still holding my first loop. So from here, I'm going to lift my index finger, twist this loop, push down on my index finger, and then continue doing loops. Again, 1.5 inches length around there. And then I have my index finger still on my bow. I'm going to twist, lift my middle finger, push down on my thumb with my middle finger, and then just keep continually doing that process. And for 1.5 bows, they're kind of thin, so you're gonna have to do about 5 to 7 loops on each side of your ribbon. And again, I'll show you. Loop, 1.5 inch, push down with my index finger, twist, lift my middle finger, push down on my twist, and continually doing that. It's always important to twist to not only get the shiny side up, the more attractive side, but also when you're done with your bow and you want to fluff it out so it's not just straight, it's good and it helps you fluff it out a little bit. So I have 5 on here and 5 on here. I'm gonna do just 2 more because I like my bows to be fluffy and look good. Also, when you're cutting your ribbon, it's always more attractive to have your ends cut at an angle. This one's not as good, so I'll probably have to redo that when I'm done. But you want more of an angle, like a 90-degree angle. It looks best and it's just more flattering. It's just a common rule. So then I have 7 loops on each side, and what I'm gonna do to end, I'm not gonna leave this dull side up. I'm gonna twist it one more time. So I have the shiny side up. I'm gonna take it with my other hand. I'm gonna cut about 3 inches still on my bow. So there's my bow. And just as something that we always do, we're gonna do a little wing at the bottom. The wings are a little bit longer, so you're probably gonna cut it about, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 4 inches, just hanging off. They look flattering. So you're gonna hold your bow like this, and then you're gonna take your little, wait, where'd my wire go? Here it is. So then you're gonna take your wire, and from the top of your bow, you're going to put the wire in the very middle. You're gonna take all of the ends and push up. It's a little difficult, and this might get you guys a lot, but just try and do it. I don't really know. You can do it as quick as you can or as slow as you can. Just don't lose hold of your bow. So then you're gonna scrunch it all up to the top. Make sure all of your sides are proportionate, like that. And then you're going to push them all up like that, like a little flower. And then you're gonna go ahead and twist the ribbon, or not the ribbon, the wire as tight as you can. Couple little twirls, just like that. And then you can fluff it a little bit, just so it looks nice and pretty. And there is your bow. But we're not done. We have to put our floral tape on, because you always want to hide your mechanics. That's the #1 rule in floral, because you don't want to see like all of this ribbon or wire and floral tape just sticking out everywhere. So it's really important that you do this. And it's a little difficult, but you'll get the hang of wrapping the floral tape around your ribbon, not ribbon. Why do I keep doing that? Your wire. And you just go ahead and twirl it all the way down. You might not need this much floral tape, but I like to use it a little bit more. And go back at the top and make sure it's really secure. And again, I'll go through with my scissors and cut it so the ends are angled like that. Again, it's a little long, but there you go. And that's how you make a ribbon. You always want to make sure that when you're twisting, that your, what's it called? Your loops, they look like loops. They aren't like twisted, kind of like this one. I a little bit messed up on that. Like I didn't twist it good enough, so it's kind of like folded funny and it doesn't look like a loop. But that is how you make a bow with 1.5 ribbon. And yeah, I think I'm also gonna show you, because you also got #3 ribbon in your little toolkit. So I'll show you how to do #3 ribbon as well. It's pretty much the same thing, except it's a little bit larger, thicker ribbon. So you don't need to do as many loops, but it's always nice to have a fluffy bow. So I'll go ahead and start that. Again, around 3 inches for the tail. Do a bigger loop. Yeah, a bigger loop, like maybe 2 inches, that looks like 2 inches. 2 inches, again, twist, 2 inches again, moving my fingers so they catch the bow loop. Just like so. Again, this is gonna take lots of practice. I didn't learn how to make a bow properly until last year, but you will all get the hang of it with a bunch of practice, and it will be good. So I'm actually gonna do a little bit more loops on this because fluffy ribbons look better, bows loop better. So that's around 4. That's 4. Again, remember to move your fingers according to the bow and the loop. That's 5. We'll do 6 loops. Again, there it is. So I'm going to take it in my other hand, scrunch it up as much as I can, cut the tail after I twist it one more time. I forgot. Uh-oh. Okay, so when this happens, you just got to restart. Don't give up. It'll get better. It will get better. And with this type of ribbon, it does make indents, so it's a little bit tough, but you just got to go exactly where you were before, or you can just have a funky looking bow, because it's happened and it's going to happen. You'll have experiences like that, but don't give up. It'll get better. I'm just continually doing the same exact thing, accommodating the large, thick size of the ribbon, and just going with it. Again, once you get the hang of it, you'll start making bows quicker and quicker, and it's actually pretty fun, if I do say so myself. Looks like that is it. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut. Sorry, I'm a little funky with my scissors. Cut, my goodness. Cut the wing, twist it so the shiny side is up. Cut another wing, my longer wings. Again, funky with the scissors, my bad. Do whatever works. That, oh man, I forgot to do my wire. Good thing I had one already done. So then again, we're gonna put it right on the top of our bow, pull it down so they're about equal, then scrunch our bow all the way up, making sure that the wings and it's perfectly in the center of our bow. They all look proportionate. And then we're going to twist the wire as tight as we can. And then pull down. And then there's a bow. There's a 5-inch bow. Oh. And if you don't tie it as tight, you might be able to what?
He did 1.5.
Oh, this is a number 3 ribbon bow. And remember, like, don't maybe not tie it as tight with the ribbon so you can make accommodations to the bow and like pull them out so they look a little bit more symmetrical and the same. But remember to fluff it out so it looks like a nice fluffy bow, just like so. And then you put the tape on. Let's do the tape one more time. So you pull out around like that much, pull it so it's all sticky, and then just start at the top. I like to wrap my tape around itself so it stays a little bit more, and then just go all the way down. Hide those mechanics. And then pull off anything that you don't need. And then there's a number 5 ribbon. Again, that's how you make a ribbon. Thank you.